It is now day 2 of Iceland's voluminous eruption of the Reykjanes volcano, and so far lava erupting from multiple points along a 13,100-foot stretch of ground has covered an area of approximately 4.2 square kilometers or 1.62 square miles. This makes it already larger than Vedur.is 2022 and 2023 eruptions. While yesterday there was a notable fear that lava was heading towards two major economic centers and would inevitably reach both, this now luckily no longer appears to be the case. Why? Because the southernmost fissure due to the region's topography was the only vent capable of producing a lava flow that could directly threaten Grindavik. Since it now appears to be inactive, the town of Grindavik for now is spared. Regardless, I still strongly encourage that dirt lava wall barriers be placed by experts at key points north of the town to protect from this possibility in case the situation unexpectedly changes. As for Svartsengi, the closest lava flow branch to the geothermal plant is now inactive, although there is still the potential for two smaller active fissures to send lava in that direction. As a quick reminder, during hour 1 of the eruption, the Reykjanes volcano was erupting along the entirety of a 4-kilometer-long fissure with 5 segments. However, like seen during eruptions at the neighboring Vedur.is volcano, segments of this fissure inevitably became dominant due in part to the blocking of parts of the fissures with cooling lava flows. It is now only a matter of time until the two southernmost fissures which are erupting at a low intensity become inactive, by which point only the southernmost section of the northernmost fissure will likely continue to erupt. This will eventually form a spouter cone, and if the ongoing eruption becomes fairly lengthy, might even form a peak similar in scope to what Vedur.is 2021 eruption created. At the 3 currently remaining active fissure vents, there is not an increase but rather decrease in the lava effusion rate despite the increasingly restricted points molten rock can erupt from. This is due to a greatly diminished eruptive rate which has dropped by 90% from 250 cubic meters per second to 25 cubic meters per second. Typically, primarily effusive eruptions start out with their highest lava effusion rate, only for this to slowly but surely decrease over time until a threshold is reached, generally around 3 cubic meters per second, below which lava is unable to further erupt and the eruption ends. While the most significant drop in eruptive rate occurs in the first 24 hours, a drop of 90% is highly unusual. While I do not expect another 90% drop to occur in the next 24 hours, such a major decrease seemingly suggests a shorter rather than longer eruption. Although we have absolutely no way to tell how long the current eruption will last, I find current activity to be most consistent with a 2 to 5 week long eruption. Currently, the furthest away lava has traveled from an erupting vent is approximately 1,150 meters towards the west of the northernmost fissure, and in the next 24 hours this lava flow is likely to continue west before turning towards the north-northeast. In this direction there are no structures for more than 5 kilometers, and I do not honestly expect lava to flow that far. While some scientists, including myself, had been expecting some sort of eruption to eventually occur at the Reykjanes volcano, we were surprised by how rapidly events unfolded as seismic activity only increased 80 minutes before lava fountains lit up the night sky. I suspect that shallow magma in place during the November 10th dike intrusion was slowly reactivated by recently intruded fresh magma, hence the recent upper ground deformation, but that this occurred through a pre-existing pathway in fairly small amounts and thus did not generate many earthquakes. Only once a threshold was reached and magma shot upwards breaking overlying rock along the way did we observe a strong earthquake swarm. As a final note, I would like to thank my patron Katie and Jasper for upgrading their Patreon tier to this channel.